Okay, so I've decided to repurpose the post-humanity ship maneuver controller script for a project that I've decided to give myself like 72 hours to make. So I want to make a full game within 72 hours, not in one go. Obviously, I'm timing myself and then splitting it up into bits. Obviously, so I've got my script here, and I've actually got the fully functioning and working fuel bar. The ship, when it runs out of fuel, it no longer goes. But then I also have something here called a cargo controller. And this is quite interesting. So I've got these two little transforms here, which are a grab detect and a cargo holder. And then also using the raycast hit 2D blah, blah, blah thing. And so basically what happens is, and you'll see this in a minute, I'm basically making a space trucking game. And then we've got fuel pickups as well, which is something that needs to be in post-humanity, because we need a way of being able to refuel the spaceship. And so basically this project is kind of like, I'm learning loads of bits and pieces that I'm going to employ in post-humanity. But instead of bogging that game down with loads of stuff, because I found this with a couple of other projects where I've kind of got all these bits of like redundant code and other things. So what I want to do is I want to get everything all sorted fully. And so I am making a game called BadEarth, and I'm using Millernote to plan all my stuff. So basically I did a little sketch here, and that's the spaceship. And I kind of thought, okay, I kind of want to have like a utilitarian looking, slightly kind of in between the USS Enterprise and a Star Wars ship, basically. And here's my to-do bit. So as you saw there, I've got the player controller script, got cargo thing. I can cross those off when I need to. And the idea is, oh, I can't even see the bloody, there it goes. The idea is there's a general gameplay loop, and that's collect cargo, and then you've got to manage your fuel, and there's light resource management. There's going to be a section where you can mine for resources, and there's also deliver cargo. My phone is actually recognizing this as a face. Fucking dumb. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to make kind of a game which wouldn't look too far away from a Sinclair Spectrum ZX game. So, because that was my very first gaming machine computer. That was my very first computer I had, and I've got very fond memories of it. And so, what I want to do with my game development journey, that sounds really poncy, but bear with me, is I want to make a game that could be on the Spectrum, and I want to make a game that could be on the Amiga, and I want a game that could be on the Mega Drive. And I just want to kind of go through these different generations. It's almost like I'm kind of making up for lost time. And so far, and I'm doing all the assets myself. So here's the spaceship. That's my spaceship, and there's a little gun turret that's going to shoot from the side. And these are kind of like warp nacelles that you get in Star Trek, but I've kind of turned them at a slight 45-degree angle, so they look slightly different. It's green because in Sprite, I'm using the ZX Spectrum palette, so it's authentic. So these are the only colours you used to get on the ZX Spectrum. So that's what I'm making. I'm making a ZX Spectrum game. I want to have the colours. So I'm kind of working within certain constraints, you know, and I think that's kind of good, because it means you kind of tend to have to think outside the box a little bit more. And here's what I've got so far. So I've got my player here. At the bottom, we've got fuel, so it runs out of fuel quite quickly. I can adjust that. We also have a pickup, a fuel pickup, and I've done a little bit of an animation thing, so it spins around. It looks kind of cool. And I've also got the cargo here as well. And now I need to turn this into a toggle at some point, because it's not fully... It's a bit weird. Like I have to hold down the grab button or the G button in order for it to work. So if I just start here, and I'll show you. I'm going to take a moment to load. Oh, did I just double tap that by accident? I mean, obviously the it's quite fluid, so you can see when I reverse onto the shipping container, the fuel will actually deplete accordingly. There you go, and I'm going to run out of fuel before I get to the top up, but there you go, and that goes up a little bit, and I've got Mars over there, and kind of run out of fuel now, so now I'm buggered. Got no fuel, no means to actually control the ship. I quite like this. I think it looked kind of cool. I think the ship looks kind of cute. There's going to be some characters. I'm going to do some characters. There's going to be a crew of the ship, and they're going to have little journeys to different planets, delivering cargo. So that's the idea. And yeah, and I can let go. If I let go of the G button, the grab button, it just kind of like, oh, there you go. Like, yeah, it kind of reacts with the collider, and I need to like sort the collision out a little bit, because as you can see there, it's kind of spinning by itself. I'm not turning it, it's just spinning by itself now, because it's interacted with the collider of the cargo container. I wonder where that cargo container's going. So where are you, cargo container? Oh, come back, cargo container. Oh, yeah, it's somewhere. It's just going quite too fast for me to catch up. Oh, poor thing. Let's see if I can turn it around a little bit. Can I see it? Oh. No, it's a camera. Oh, well, you see what I mean. So, yeah, I don't know if this has been out of focus the whole time. Probably has been. But, yeah, I'm quite proud of this, because I've done all the assets myself. I've actually drawn everything by hand, and I've made this really cool looking Mars planet. I was quite chuffed with that. And I've got a working fuel thing, and it controls quite well, and I quite like the way it controls. And yeah, I like it.